What's going on, everybody? It's Big T with GreenWallSt.com, back with another trading video, and boy, are we in the thick of it with markets. Nasdaq's down close to 30%, S&P's down 20%, so if you're a long-term investor in the stock market, you're getting punched in the face. I'm getting punched in the face. Anybody who's invested in U.S. stocks is getting walloped recently, but wanted to come on here and look at some day trades. I've uploaded videos in the past talking about, separating your investing and your trading, and I think that's, as important as ever right now is separating the two and finding ways to make money trading and then funneling that money into longer term investments via dollar cost averaging, whether that's in index funds, mutual funds, whatever your long term choices there. But anyway, this is a trade on AGRI, and from a 10,000 foot view, the overall idea of the trade, AGRI, was parabolic, right? So it's kind of a small cap, cheaper stock, shitty company. Those are the ones that I try to short. And, I continued to let it run. It ran from like 2 to 5 or something like that. And then waited for the stock to top, waited for it to start going down so that I could short it whenever it popped back into resistance. So we're looking at the chart on the right here. So again, kind of looking at that VWAP area, looking at the resistance from pre-market. I knew 430 to 450 range is where I was interested in shorting it. And this is one of those trades where I did not end up getting my full size that I wanted it. A lot of people are so worried about how do I get my full size on every single trade, and the truth of the matter is you're just not, right? Because you don't know how high a stock is going to bounce exactly, or you don't know how low it can fall. So you kind of have to start in to trades, and sometimes it's going to work immediately and you're not going to have that full size. And this was kind of one of those opportunities where, they don't always work out like this, but as soon as it pops to where you want it, you put the trade on and it works immediately. I maybe could have did a bit of a better job of like adding into a winner here, but it is what it is. You can also see HYMC was running, so this trade's actually, I think it's a couple weeks old, but still the lesson is the same nonetheless. But here we go. Markets open. We're about 7 minutes past the open, and you can see it doesn't look like I'm doing anything here because I'm not. And that's the main thing, is you don't always have to be in a trade. And just because something bounces a little bit, if you have an area mapped out where you want a stock to get to, you got to be patient enough to let it get there before you start in. You have to be okay with missing the trade. If it pops to 420 and it dies, then fuck it. I missed it. Who cares? There's another one coming right around the bend. Get ready. But anyway, I continue to think lack of patience plays such a huge role in people losing money in the stock market, whether it's long-term investing or not. Lack of patience is truly just a killer to accounts. Shit, I went past it. I was trying to fast forward a little bit. All right, so now we're finally about to pop. So again, draw a straight line across 430 there, and you can see the stock multiple times had problems with it. So that's why I was wanting to start in short there, because when a stock is uptrending, you want to assume the uptrend is going to continue, right? So you buy dips assuming the uptrend is going to continue. Same thing on the downside. Once a stock starts downtrending, you short pops, short bounces in the stock, assuming it's going to continue downtrending. And if it proves you wrong and it retakes the trend and starts uptrending, then you fucking stop out and take a loss. Sounds simple because it is. People love to try to overcomplicate things in the market and think they gotta, trade 10 different strategies. And, well, if nothing really fits my setup, then maybe I'll go trade something else today. Like, what the fuck? No. You know your setups, you trade your setups, and if they don't appear, then you don't trade. That's it. You can save so many headaches with that mentality, but a lot of people just can't can't not do anything. But most of the time when you're trading, you're not doing anything. You're just waiting. So 430 hit, took the short. Had looks like 1,250-ish shares, which I wanted 2,500, but again, I wasn't expecting it to work so cleanly. I was actually at this point hoping that we might pop back up and allow me to put more shares on, but didn't end up getting there. So I will fast forward a little bit just so you can see, you know, now at this point I'm trying to think about where I want to cover the stock. So I'm looking at this 370, 380 area because that's where the stock was supported on the way up, right? So the stock starts downtrending, you short it at resistance, you cover it at support, and you don't fucking complain that you didn't make enough or whatever, or damn, I wish I had more shares on. You always wish you had more on. Any winning trade, you wish you had more. Any losing trade, you wish you had less. That's just the way of the market, man. So you can't get mad about it. You just roll with it. So stock looks like it's gonna hold 4, but that's always what it looks like right before it shits the bed, dude. And then it ended up doing that. So fell right to that 370 range. The reason why I covered there and didn't wait longer is because it was being supported earlier at 370. So I just assume support is going to hold the same that I assumed that resistance was going to hold. And that was it. I keep it simple, and these setups, you know, continue to present themselves even in the midst of a bigger bear market in the S&P, the NASDAQ, large caps, whatever. There's still plenty of intraday trading opportunities to make money. And the best part about, you know, these types of strategies is you're in cash at the end of the day. So you're not worried about, you know, headlines overnight and, you know, is my stock about to report earnings and fall 62%, right? Like, you don't care because you're not in that stuff. And, you know, you're still in things long term overnight, but, you know, if it's in an index fund or it's in something diversified across a broad range of sectors and companies, and you don't have that industry specific and stock specific risk, then, you know, you can sit back and watch the carnage and continue to roll your day trading profits into your longer term accounts via dollar cost averaging and just wait it out. Which, you know, it sucks seeing paper losses, but, you know, at the same time, you don't get no risk without you don't get no reward without no risk in these markets here. And, well, risk just showed up in a big way in 2022, but you got to roll with the punches, take these trades one trade at a time, one day at a time, and just survive, man. 2022 was about survival. This is not a year to be making crazy, you know, outsized gains. You just survive, live on less than you make, and you fucking short at resistance and cover at support. It really ain't that fucking hard. It is hard. Actually, you know what? Trading is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but it's one of those things where, you know, it starts off simple, and then as you go through the learning process and around the bend and up the mountain, you start to really overcomplicate things, and you start to really realize that you don't know what you don't even know. And it takes years before you circle back around to simplicity and realize that, you know, the answer lied within yourself most of the time. Most losses in the market. Sometimes you'll stay patient and you'll take good trades, high probability setups, and they'll lose. But even then, you know, the first loss that you take is typically not the worst one. It's the second and third loss after that where you got pissed off and you did double the size, triple the size. That's, you know, where you really, you know, did some damage to your account. So bringing it back, keeping it, you know, a little simple, and not trying to do too much. Just taking the opportunities each day and rolling with the punches. That's what it's all about. Thank you all so much for tuning into the video. I will catch you right back here next time. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like if you didn't just refresh it and give it one more chance. And as always, guys, I don't really have